for Lacrosse. He's a junior as well. On the defensive side, we have a kid named Chris Kennedy and another player named Aiden Dunn, who hold the defense down. You will hear them talking the whole game. They do not shut up. And at goal, we have Caleb Seacrest. This is actually his first year on varsity. Last year he was on JV. So and he's been stepping up huge for us. Right now we have one goal him on varsity. So
awesome. Then Collins has 10 goals so far this year, and if my count's right, Seacrest has 20 saves in the 3 games. So obviously he's doing well. Last year you guys were 11-4.
Yes.
Unfortunately, lost twice to Milford. We missed the state tournament, so I guess that's kind of the motivation heading into tonight.
Right. You know, it's always tough when you gotta play your rival twice in a season. You know, it's been that way for the last 5 years, and as much as I love Blake, I still hate the team.
All right, so Blake Faulkner, the coach of Milford. Last year, for now at least, in the Henlopen and South, you guys will be moving up, but I guess you could still keep Lake on the schedule. But you still have 2 games against them this year and possibly a postseason. You never know. Talk about Lake and the challenges they present to the Bucks.
It's been a welcome surprise to have Lake Forest, since they started the program, to come as far as they have. And, Brandon and I really have been kind of intertwined over the last few years when we coach travel ball, because we see a lot of the same kids, and a lot of the Lake Forest kids and the Milford kids all play together, and so we kind of build these relationships with each other, which is, I think, adding to the game itself, because then when we see each other on the field, the kids are going back and forth with their best friends afterwards, taking pictures and stuff like that. It's kind of made for this fun little group dynamic that we have between the two. And we won't be playing each other twice anymore after this year, but we're never taking them off the schedule. That's never going to happen. And I think Brandon and I are pretty much, we'll play this game wherever we can and make it as big as we can for as long as we can. So. Great.
Milford 1-1, a win over Delmar, lost to Delaware Military Academy. And tell me about your attackers and your defenders and some players that people might want to keep an eye out for tonight.
Our attack unit is led by Connor Christie. He's a junior this year. He's been our leading scorer the last 2 years with over 70 points in each year. We have a sophomore, Landon Hajek, who's kind of been, our quiet leader down there. That's kind of our little speed guy that kind of keeps everything going. And then to the midfield, we're not going to sneak up on anybody. We've had the same group for a little while now. So Alex Urca and John Gaglione, there isn't anybody in the state that doesn't know already who they are. They're all conference players and stuff like that too, and so their name speaks for themselves. And then defensively, we have a young group returning again. They're all essentially juniors and sophomores and a freshman, and so we'll have the same group next year too, which is obviously going to pay dividends because we have a fresh goalie this year, just like Brandon does. We graduated a senior last year, a very, very, very big shoes to fill. If anybody remembers, obviously, what Shane Gaglione was able to do for the school too, but he's off playing in college now, and so we've got a fresh guy in net, and we're just trying to do our best to stand tall in front of him and help him out. Awesome.
Milford last year 12-3, Henlopen and South champions. Congratulations, and lost to St. Andrews in the first round of the tournament. But every year in high school, it's a different story. I guess you guys know that better than anybody, being coaches on this level. I know Milford and Felton, 10 minutes apart, maybe. You said your players are friends with each other. I imagine this is about as big a rival in the Henlopen South as you're going to get in maybe in all the sports, but in lacrosse certainly.
Yeah, I think so. And Milford and Lake have a rivalry going back for every other sport, and it's refreshing, for Brandon and I to be able to kind of create this for lacrosse as well, and build the sport up as best we can, because before Lake had a program, it was only really like 2 or 3 schools really down south and stuff. So it's great that lacrosse has expanded, and it's great that we're able to reach so many more kids now. And obviously when they get to high school, we have this nice little rivalry now.
Brandon, last question. What's it been like for your team? Looking forward to this game, a chance to play on 302 Sports here at DE Turf. The spotlight's on them. How's it been around your team?
Well, first of all, you tell these kids they're getting live streamed and they're just jumping for joy. The kids are worried about their outfits. I'm like, you wear a helmet. No one's going to see your face. You're all with the same stuff. But no, they're really excited for this opportunity to get themselves out there. I feel as though that lacrosse in the South can be hidden at some points, and this is getting us out there and getting Lake Forest out there.
Blake, you get a haircut for tonight, so you're going to be when we have you up there.
I wear a hat most nights.
But if I can comment to touch on the 2 points they brought up, I mean, these two guys here, they're really taking these programs, putting them on their back. So I really, when you look at the growth of the sport of lacrosse, I think you want to keep your eye out on Lake Forest and Milford High School, lacrosse programs over the next 5, 10 plus years, especially with the facility that we have here at DE Turf and the amount of time and effort these guys put in, not just into their high school clubs, but also into the travel and the recreational programs in the area too, growing the sport, attracting more kids to the sport. So I have a lot of respect for these guys. They really do a great job and they're really passionate about what they do. And I think it's going to pay dividends as we see going forward into growing the sport of lacrosse in the area. And my expectations are to see these two guys in the state championships year in and year out.
And Chris, obviously D-Turf is a beautiful facility, and you've had the lacrosse state championships here for the girls and some other lacrosse, soccer. What else is going on here this summer?
We're field sports, so lacrosse, soccer, field hockey are our primary sports. We do a lot of events and tournaments on the weekends. Our main mission is to drive economic development to the area, which you're starting to see. There's some hotel projects that are in the works and some growth in the area, and a lot of that is bringing these out-of-state visitors. And so some of those travel tournaments that Blake and Brandon have a lot of experience with their respective clubs, going to these tournaments, which attract all these college coaches to the area. So it's cool because it puts a spotlight here in Frederica, Delaware, that we're bringing in some of the top talent and the top coaches from all across the country. And then locally here, we're always trying to come up with creative ways to be able to work with our local school districts and give the local kids an opportunity to play here. That's what we believe. Everyone should have an opportunity. It's just a matter of how do we create those opportunities.
Well, fellas, I know you have a game to get to. I'm sure you're excited to get out there. And beautiful night, a little windy here in Frederica, but it was windy in Middletown and Wilmington too. We're looking forward to seeing the action. It's getting close to like 20 minutes to game time. So Blake and Brandon, thanks for taking some time out. I know you'd rather be out there coaching, but we're going to be back with you in 20 minutes or so, live on 302 Sports with Nick Hall on the call. And once again, fellas, thanks and good luck to both United. There can only be one winner, I know, but so I hope one of you wins.
Thank you. All right. Thank you to the Delaware National Guard for putting us all together.
Absolutely. We can't forget our sponsors, Delaware National Guard. And that's going to about wrap it up here from DE Turf for the pregame show. We'll be back with you at 7 p.m. live on 302 Sports. And I'm Mike Lang for Jason Winchell, Benny Mitchell, and Nick Hall. We're signing off. See you in a few minutes, everybody.
As a military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions, Dover.
microphone for, Benny? What do you use that one for? Hello and welcome to another edition of 302 Sports, streaming live tonight from the DE Turf Sports Complex down here in slower Lower Delaware and Frederica. I'm Nick Hall. Alongside me is my partner Jason Winchell. Jay, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing good, Nick. What a great night, except it is a little windy down here today.
Little windy out here today. They're talking 20 to 30 mile an hour winds, so we're actually not sitting in a booth tonight. We're down on the field, so if you hear some wind interference, that would be why. But yeah, Jay, great, beautiful day to be out here. I mean, we had a great day Saturday at the baseball game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, tonight would be just as good if the wind was dying down a little bit. But first lacrosse stream of the year. I'm excited to be back on the mic. You know, it's going to be a good night. I'm excited. Two pretty evenly matched teams, I think, is what we're going to see here tonight, Jason.
Yeah, and both Henlope and South teams. So I mean, this is a big conference game for both of them. So it doesn't get any better here. You get the night game at the turf and you know, the Delaware National Guard game of the week.
Yeah.
So I mean, it doesn't get any better than this.
No, and yeah, that was my fault for not mentioning that. Tonight we are streaming the Delaware National Guard, Army National Guard great with the community, and like Jason said, the fields down here are beautiful. My second point on this here, Jay, is if there's anybody out there that is into serving their country, please go and see Sergeant McGee or Staff Sergeant Skornikov at the Dover Army National Guard Recruiting Center by the Dover Mall. Being a former soldier myself, I can tell you all the benefits the National Guard can provide for you as a young person in this world, and everything they can do for you to further yourself not only in the military but in your civilian career as well. So please go see these two fantastic recruiting NCOs and start your journey in the greatest military in the world, the United States Army.
Absolutely.
So, well, let's get into the game, Jay. How about that? After
All right.
all the propaganda now, all right? So let's go back to last year, you know, outside of Sally's winning another championship. Let's talk about this Milford team. They have been playing Lake Forest twice a year the last several years, and last year Milford beat them both games.
Yeah, Milford won 12-3 last
Yeah.
year, won to Henlope and South. Like you said, got 2 wins over Lake. They did graduate a bunch of players. I know the coach said that earlier. So, you know, they're 1-1 on the young season, and you know, there's 1-0 in the conference. So this is, you know, this is a big matchup for them. They want to prove that they still have it in the Henlope and South. And remember, next year they're moving up to the north, so this is their last year in the South.
Yeah, and moving to the Henlope and North, some stiffer competition that they're going to face.
Right.
But you know, watching the teams warm up and looking at the rosters, both teams very heavy on younger guys.
Yes.
Freshmen, juniors, and sophomores. Not a lot of seniors on either of these two teams. These kids, you know, like they talked about in our pregame show, live very close together. A lot of them have played with or against each other at one point in time. This is a big game not only for the repercussions of possible tournament time, but bragging rights down here in this area.
Yeah, it is. And like you said, they know each other well. It's a very close community, and so, you know, like you said, it's bragging rights. Milford won twice last year, so Lake's looking to get it started this year.
Yeah, Lake's getting ready to come off and they've gotten onto a hot start this year, starting at 2-1, beating Sussex Tech 10-3, beating Indian River 8-7, and their only loss was an 11-9 contest against Dover. All those earlier this year. Now, obviously they've played more games than Milford has,
yes.
Which could give them a little bit of an advantage in the game. If you really think about it, they've had more time to see game time, and not so much practice.
Right.
You can get stagnant in practice.
Yeah, like like you said, it's still early in the season, so this is a good, I think, measuring stick for both teams to see where they are. And like you said, they normally play twice a year, so.
Yeah, and some players to watch tonight for Milford would be their midfielder Alex Herka, who's leading the team with 8 goals right now. The next closest person to him is Jonathan Gaglione at 4. So Herka can score at will when he wants to. It's very obvious.
Yeah.
For the Spartans of Lake Forest, it's a little bit more spread out scoring-wise. Their top scorers, Cade Collins, notched 9 goals already this year. Dylan Allen, has 7 goals, and the sophomore Brandon Tice has 5 goals.
Yeah, so like you said, a little bit more balance. But again, both teams are dangerous on the offensive end.
Very dangerous on the offensive end, and the coach at the pregame was talking about some of their defensive units too. Some young goalies playing tonight.
Yes.
Very young goalies playing tonight. So it's going to be imperative for those defensemen to really lock down and the defenses to communicate. Now, the wind might make that a little bit hard, but
yes.
A good team is going to find out a way to do what they got to do out there.
Yeah, and the wind, like you said, it's going to be difficult because, like you said, it's hard to. Not only that, it messes up the communication, and also, it could change the way passes are thrown too.
Exactly. Well, the passing, not so much. It's not like football where the ball is affected by the wind. It's more so communication issue if they can't hear. But with that being said, 2 minutes left on the clock. We're going to step away here for a commercial break. We'll bring you back for the start of the game here on 302 Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer of Sodell Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company and a food truck right here on the Culinary Coast in southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On and Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue in downtown Rehoboth, serving homemade pasta. Papa Grande's in downtown Rehoboth. Our treetop deck has the best happy hour around. And Matt's Fish Camp, located on Route 1 in North Bethany Beach, your classic seafood shack. At Sodell, we believe in beautiful, simple food and making the world a better place. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer.
Congratulations, Dover Federal, on 60 years in business in Delaware. You've been by our side since our doors opened.
Thank you so much for giving me a call on so many years ago when I had no credit.
You helped our business grow into what it is today.
As a military family, thank you for supporting the financial needs of servicemen and their loved ones.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust. Life's too short to...
Number 2, Sharon Salandi. Zachary Kennedy. Number 14, Brandon Tice. You want Mike's number? Number 15, Jacob Nichols. Number 18, Riley Taylor. Number 19, Caleb Sechrist. Number 20, Mason Harding. Number 21, Aiden Dunn. Give it up for player Riley Sack. Managers Justice Holdorf.
Sounds real scratchy.
Catherine Robinson. Head coach Brandon Savage. Now for the Milford Buccaneers, led by head coach Blake.
Just coach.
Number 3, Alex Herka.
Coach.
Number 4, Viventi Augustus. Number 5, Bryce Wells. Number 6, Jaden Arthur. Number 7, Connor Christie. Number 8, Ryan Frost. Number 9, Alexander Lethan. Number 11, Jordan Passwaters. Number 12, Corey Messick. Number 15, Zaire Toledo. Number 17, Ryan Johnson. Number 19, Landon Hayjack. Number 21, Jashawn Harmon. Number 22, Jonathan Gaglione. Number 23, Josiah Irvin. Number 26, Charles Hayes. And number 28, Matthew Hayes.
Man, that's why I brought it.
Yeah.
Additional players. Gage Cope. Give it up for the Milford Buccaneers. And again, this game is being presented by our Delaware Army National Guard. We have 2 of our recruiters here with us today. In respect to our nation's flag and those who fight for us, if you can please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Well, Jay, introductions and national anthem are done. We're getting
Yep.
ready to get into this game. Hopefully everybody was able to hear that from our field mic there, the introductions, as we await the opening face-off. Hopefully they get the lights on here.
Yeah, you would think they'd be coming on soon.
I think I'm going to have to take my hat off a little bit. I might not be able to see. Too dark.
Yeah, but what a good atmosphere, good crowd filling in.
Yeah, great crowd filling in right now. Just about both sides bleachers are full of fans and family and friends here to cheer on their athletes.
And Nick, I always look at two important categories: face-offs and ground balls.
Face-offs and ground balls will entirely win you a game. You know, if you control the face-off X, then you control the pace of the game, and you set the tone of the game. If you are controlling the ground ball game, obviously the other team's not got the ball in their stick, so you're doing your job. Ground ball is big in this game tonight, Jay.
Yes. So one stat we'll keep an eye on.
And sometimes it happens too fast. You try to figure out which guy picked it
up, and someone else has got it.
Yeah.
And you know, we did a girls game last week for our Delaware National Guard Game of the Week. This is a lot different. You know, you're allowed to hit in this game, so another thing to watch out when you have the ball. You have to make sure, you know, to keep it away from the defender.
Correct. But just like pretty much every contact sport, maybe except for hockey at this point, there are quite a few rules about the body checks in this sport of lacrosse here. You got to make sure you keep them squared up within, you know, basically from your collarbones to your, you know, your belt line, and then you obviously can't hit them from behind or in the head. As we get set for the opening face-off, it looks like number 12 in white, which will be Caden Fullerton taking the face-off for the Spartans, and I think that was number 5, Bryce Wells, taking the face-off for the Buccaneers. And we're underway here. Milford scoops the ball up. That is Wells pushing the issue. He feeds. 2 passes. One more, a shot. It goes just wide as Milford will retain possession on the shot.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I guess they're deeming that a pass.
Yes. Because I thought Milford was definitely closer to it, Nick. But like you see, they took advantage of the face-off ground ball and took it in. But unfortunately turned the ball over.
And the Spartans will force the issue now. Here, this is number 12. Trying to learn everybody's names. Corey Messick forcing the issue, going right to the cage, taking his defender with him. Good back check there by Rojas. And Rojas going to pick up his own ground ball and take it down the field for the Buccaneers. As Milford starts to work their offense around. And they get it to their X-man. That's number 19, Caleb Seek. I'm sorry, that's the other goalie. Number 19 on Milford is Landon Hayjack as he turns the ball over. And Milford will retain possession of this on a Lake Forest turnover. And again, it's Rojas bringing it in, tries to shake his man, but they stay with him. Rojas takes the ball down the near side alley, loses it, picks up his own ground ball, and then feeds it back over to the X-man, which is Hayjack. Hayjack will dish it out to Connor Christie, one of their big-time scorers for Milford. And I didn't even see what happened there, Jay. I was looking down at but it looked like Gaglione initiated, Jonathan Gaglione, number 22, initiated that play, and it was a good feed to the far side. I didn't see who scored the goal, but Gaglione definitely got the assist on that one.
Yeah, it was a great feed, like you said. I was watching the play a little bit behind the net, and great feed out front.
Some of these guys are tricky, Jay. You know, they get real shifty with the ball. They start you one way, and then they're going the other.
And it's been a real good defensive battle early on, and there Milford gets on the board, which is important. You can get that first goal, settle in.
Settle in, work your offense, take some pressure off your D. And that's going to be the Spartans coming up with the face-off win here as number 12, Fullerton. Looks like he lost the ball.
He lost his stick.
Lost his stick. It's a little hard to see the far side of the field over there. I can't see the lines over the crown of the field.
It looked like he was going to cradle a ball and just lost the grip of the stick, and when the stick fell out, the ball popped loose. And
the good old yard sale check. And Lake Forest is going to continue to push the issue. That's number 5, cutting towards the crease. Feeds, but lost it. And the Spartans recover. And they force the issue again. Shot high above number 8, the starting keeper for Milford, which is Ryan Frost. Spartans bringing it in from X. He's got 2 defenders. Shoots. Good save by Frost. Ball stays in play.
Well, it looks like
It's going to stay
Lake
Forest ball. Looks like maybe Milford pushed
say,
somebody
maybe
into the crease. Good fake pass. None of the defenders realize where it is. He shoots, he scores!
That was a good shot.
That was a great
He rised it up over the goaltender's right shoulder and ties us up at one. But like you said, he slipped the defenders, cut right on in, and then changed the angle of the shot. Stick was low and the shot went high.
And that was Connor Christie notching that unassisted goal. And Jay, we talked about it last year, the changing of levels in the shot in lacrosse. You don't always want to stay on the same plane. That's easy for a goalie to track. And it looks like we're seeing the same two face-off men over and over again.
Yeah, they're even at one so far.
And the Spartans come up with it again as number 12 pushes the issue, far side alley, feeds it to the X-Man. And that's Christie with the ball again. Christie notching the only goal for the Spartans thus far in the game. As Christie takes two defenders, cuts to the middle, frees his hands, shoots, fires just wide of Frost.
Yeah, you can see he's good at moving the ball.
And
looks like it's going to be Milford's ball.
Yeah, I guess they deem Milford closest to the ball.
That's one thing always. Sometimes it's hard to tell as they're racing towards that end line from where we're sitting.
From where we're sitting today. This is Joshua Kennedy bringing the ball up for the Bucks. He was looking for number 15, I keep looking at the wrong one. He was looking for number 15 in the middle there. Now a ground ball scrum occurs. And that was Jonathan Gaglione coming away with that. The play was blown dead, but then awarded to Milford. And Gaglione will move the ball forward. And that's Alex Herka with it. Back to Gaglione. Gaglione over to Charles Hayes. Hayes the pass Waters. Pass Waters sticking his right hand. Slips a defender but loses it. But luckily number 19 is there to pick the ground ball up at X. Feeds the crease, shoots and scores. That was Landon Hayjack on the assist from X. And I want to say that was number 26. Charles Hayes on the goal for the Bucks.
Yeah, it was a great pass, and a buried shot. But good job by Milford setting up their offense, got into a rhythm, and buries it to take the lead again. Entertaining first quarter.
Entertaining first quarter so far. You can really see the ease that Milford moves the ball around. It's very fluid and very natural. It's very obvious this group of guys has been playing together for several years at this point. And the Spartans are going to come up with another face-off win. That might be the only category that they're leading in right now. Jay, is face-off wins despite the score on the scoreboard.
3-1 now in face-off wins. But they're a good ride defensively, and they force him out of bounds.
And here's Gaglione with it. Gaglione is going to feed Christie. Christie back to, I can't see, that's a 3.
It's hard to see the Milford numbers.
Yeah, Herka with the ball. Left-handed shot, gobbled up by the goalie, Caleb Seacrest.
Good job by Seacrest grabbing the ball. But Lake's having trouble clearing it.
Yeah, Lake's having a hard time clearing it. Good ride by Milford, though. Very aggressive. They get everybody up on it.
And then force the turnover.
Spartans turn the ball over. And Gaglione has it now. Gaglione up top. Sticking his right hand. Spins. Goes left. Backs to his right. And then shoots. And it went off another player's hand or head, maybe. Milford ball.
Milford ball.
Herka starting far side alley, sticking his right hand. He comes hard to this near side, spins, found Gaglione right in the seam in the center of the crease. Lost it, but got it back. Gaglione tried to feed Hayes there. Now there's a ground ball scrum.
And these are important.
And it looks like Milford came out with that again. Hayjack around X to the far side alley. He's going to feed Jordan Passwaters. Passwaters sticking his right hand coming this side. And he's going to find Hayes. Christie with it now, coming in from Sechrist's left side. Tried a backdoor cut, didn't work, but found Hayes on the doorstep, and Hayes buries another one.
His second in a row, and gives Milford a 3-1 lead. But Milford's so patient on offense. They set it up. They wait for Lake Forest to come with a double team on the ride, and then find an open Hayes in front of the net, and he deposited his second goal.
And you can see, Jay, like what we talked about earlier, ground balls being a factor already.
Yeah.
Face-offs, surprisingly, not as much. But with the big turnovers, the big key for both teams right now is the clear and the ride. That's where Milford's making their money, and the Spartans are falling short just a touch. They got to clean that up if they want to come back in this game, as the Bucks are going to corral that face-off. Oh! And that was number 7. Connor Christie with the assist to, I want to say that was 19. That happened so fast I didn't even see it. Hayjack tallies that goal.
And he rifled that.
Rifled that.
A shot that was air marked. We have a timeout here for Lake Forest. So we'll take one with them, and we'll be back right after these messages.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com.
And we are back live here at the DE Turf Sports Complex in Frederica, down here in southern Delaware. You were watching the Milford High Buccaneers take on the Lake Forest Spartans in boys lacrosse in the National Guard Game of the Week. I'm Nick Hall, my partner for the evening, Jason Winchill, as we see a scrum for the ball on the face-off, picked up by the Spartans. And now, Jay, they have to face that tough ride from Milford.
Yes. That's one thing Milford has been really good. Like you said, they're making their money tonight on the rides. They're forcing turnovers.
And that's going to be number 12. Taking it all the way in himself, 12 was Caden Fullerton. Left-handed shot and goal.
Yeah, great move. He got around his defender and then fires it in. Cuts that lead in half to 4-2 with 6:24 left here in the first quarter.
And that's a veteran move by the senior right there, taking the ball to cage himself, split dodging, and putting the stick in his other hand, giving himself a better angle on a shot there. Way to net that tough left-handed goal by Caden Fullerton.
And like you said, he gave himself such a better angle and was able to get it past the goalie. But again, off the face-off win.
Off the face-off win. Lots of speed on the field for this Spartans team, it seems like, too. I don't know if Milford was ready for the speed at which they were going to play the game, but there's some quick little guys out here for the Spartans. As there's going to be an illegal procedure, and the Spartans are going to get their touch and set their offense up. That's number 10, Zaire Elliott. And Elliott, sticking his one hand, far side alley, is going to move it to number 11, Dylan Allen. Allen come around the cage, sticking his right hand, tried to dive across and shoot, but that was turned away by Frost.
And the reason he had to dive there is he did not want to get in the cage, in the crease, because it would have been a crease violation.
Correct. And now it looks like there's some confusion. Even I don't really know what's going on. It looks like the Spartans are going to retain possession of that. I don't really know why.
I didn't see the official call. He stepped out of bounds.
Oh, he stepped out of bounds. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Spartans are going to retain possession here. And there's a scrum right in the middle. That's Elliott pulling the ball out, sticking his right hand, moves it all the way far side alley to Cade Collins. Collins, one hand, feeds the crease, he shoots, he scores! Dylan Allen, and that's his 8th goal of the year.
That was tic-tac-toe passing there, Nick, and beautifully done by Lake Forest as they take advantage of the turnover and go in and cut it to 4-3.
Kind of gave Milford a taste of their own medicine there, that tic-tac-toe pass and shoot goal.
As a goaltender, you had no chance of that. It was like a 2-on-1 right in front of you.
Yeah, you like one-on-one in lacrosse, very hard to stop. It's almost luck at that point. I tried playing goalie. I didn't really like it very much.
To me, I give goalies all the credit because they don't have much padding, and that ball comes in there rifling.
Oh yeah.
You couldn't pay me to be a goalie.
And that's going to be the Spartans coming back up with it again as Caden Fullerton's going to take it himself, get his touch, change his hands, slips his defender. He gets a step, goes to the middle, looking to shoot, loses the ball. Fullerton still hanging with it in the scrum for the ground ball now. And that was going to be, oh, wow. That was number 14, Brandon Tice, that picked it up and scooped it up and tried that backhanded shot.
Yeah, that was a good effort by him.
And there it was, off the restart, Dylan Allen, that's his 2nd one, and I think that might have been behind the back.
Yes, and it looked like he came from behind the net in that X position you like, and nicely done by him, and we're tied up at 4. So since the timeout, a 3-goal run here by Lake Forest, and it's all starting at that face-off X.
All starting at the face-off X for him. You know, at first they were winning that battle, but not the battle on the scoreboard. Now you're starting to see the change in the game. You know, you win enough of them, you get enough possessions, and you're playing against the young goalie. You might just put some shots on him, see what happens.
Yes, and like you said, nicely done, and they're, like you said, a behind-the-back almost type of shot. They're doing a good job of changing the angle on the goalie.
And that's probably Milford's first face-off win in, I would say, almost 5 minutes at this point now.
Yeah, yep.
As that's going to be Bryce Wells bringing it in, and Wells is going to find Hayjack. Hayjack near side alley, sticking his right hand. He turns back towards the X position, brings it around the cage, feeds the crease. Gaglione comes up with it. He shoots, he scores.
And just like that, Milford retakes the lead. And again, I'll tell you what, I am so impressed with the way Milford's moving the ball. And nicely done, and they deposited another goal. And
very impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive the way that this team moves the ball here.
And 9 goals already. We still got 4:27 left in the first quarter, so we're seeing a lot of scoring by both teams.
Very, very quick scoring game so far. You know, I said it a lot last year. They call lacrosse the fastest game on 2 feet, and we're starting to see a little bit of why that is. As we set up for yet another face-off. The referee falls down, but the Spartans are going to come up with the ball, as that's number 9, Christopher Thompson, with it, battling for it. Went through almost the entire Spartan defense and then gets yard sailed.
Yes.
Milford's going to come up with it. They're going to get the ball to number 26, which is Hayes.
I'll tell you what, man. He, like you said, he got around to seem like the whole team, but then that last check knocked the stick right out of his hand.
Gaglione with the ball now. He feeds far side alley. I didn't see who that was. It was number 11. Jordan Passwaters took a shot from pretty far out, and it zoomed wide past the net. Hayjack coming in from the end line. He's going to find, I think that was number 7, Connor Christie, who had a good shot, but that was fought off by the Lake Forest goalkeeper, Caleb Seacrest.
Christie gets a lot of velocity on the shot.
Oh, yeah. Gaglione bringing it in now. Split dodge, sticking his right hand. He found Hayes on the crease, but Hayes couldn't corral it, and now Milford's going to ride. And Elliott drops the ball. Bucks pick it up. Hayes is going to find Gaglione up top. Gaglione is going to find Connor Christie. Christie gets checked, stick in his left hand, turns back to his right. He's got number 3 powering through whole defense, Alex Herka. I should know that name and number since he's one of my players to watch tonight. Trying to shake the rust off a little bit here, Jay. It's been a while since I've been on the microphone.
Yeah, and like you said, you know, it's a game where we're trying to get used to the rosters.
As the Spartans are going to bring it up now. Good clear for them. And they're going to force the issue. And there was another behind the back shot. That was Brandon Tice. Straight up, turns around.
Potential 302 Sports top play.
If that's not one of our top plays on Wednesday, I'm going to be upset.
Yep, next Wednesday, of course.
And that wasn't even like around the world. That was straight over the top of his head. I've never seen that before. What a shot.
Yeah, what a game so far.
What a game so far.
The conference rivals are putting on a show here in the first quarter.
Wouldn't that be great if we could get a playoff game like this?
Yes.
Out of these two teams later this year? 4 games into the year, it's almost got that feel to it tonight.
Yes,
you know?
It does. Under the lights here at DE Turf.
And the Spartans had the ball for a second, lose it, scrum for it, and number 12 is going to pick it up. Near side alley.
He's been all over the place.
And Cade Collins with it, right-handed. Slips his defender, tries to get some time and room, tries to swim dodge.
They're going to get
and
him
they're
for
going to call him for warding. And Bryce Wells is going to notch that clear for the Bucks as Bryce gets his touch. He's finding Hayes to Hayjack. Hayjack all the way across to Christie. Christie tried to feed Gaglione going to the cage, but nothing doing there as the Spartan defense just collapsed on him. Hayjack bringing it in from X. Being worked on by 2 deep holes. He finds Hayes. Hayes shoots wide left.
Looked like the ball kind of got stuck in his stick there as he went to release the shot, and it caused it to go wide.
Almost like he double clutched it.
Yes.
And I can't see who that is bringing it in, but that looks like Connor Christie. Christie finds Gaglione all the way to the far side. Gaglione, he shoots right over the top crossbar.
Milford's had a couple good looks here and just been wide or high on their shots the last couple of times, but they're still getting that open player in front of the net.
Yeah, they're slipping their defenders. These long poles for the Spartans need to have their heads on a swivel and be watching everybody and not just the ball. And that's going to be a solid clear by Cale Moyer, the freshman. And now there's a scrum for it. Moyer loses it again. And Elliott's going to try to push that Milford defender out of bounds, which it looks like he did.
Did they get a timeout before he went? I think he got the timeout.
I guess they got the timeout. With that timeout, we're going to step away for a minute for a word from our sponsors.
I'm Sarah, the Director of Events at Baywood Greens. Planning a wedding is an exciting and wonderful time. Let us help you make it great. Our experienced team of hospitality professionals coordinate and execute every detail to provide a stress-free experience so you can focus on the moment. From food to flowers, we prepare everything on site, tailored to your vision. Let Baywood Greens transform your next event to a memorable experience. I'm Sarah.
And we are back here at 302 Sports, coming to you live from Frederica, Delaware at the DE Turf Sports Complex. You're watching the Spartans of Lake Forest take on the Buccaneers from Milford with a minute and 19 seconds left in the first quarter. We got a tied game at 5-5 here, Jay.
Yeah, pretty even game on the offensive side here. And both teams doing a good job of forcing turnovers and getting the goals. But Milford, their smart play, as you said, he was about to get ridden out of bounds, and someone got the timeout just before so Milford will retain possession.
Yeah, it was a solid use of a timeout by the coach there in a close game towards the end of the first quarter.
And what do you get, two? I believe 2.5, Nick?
I think it's 3.5.
3.5, okay.
I believe. As this is going to be Milford bringing the ball down near side alley. They find Hayjack. Hayjack left-handed pass to Hayes. Hayes couldn't hang on to it, but recovers his own bobble. Hayes is going to move it to Pass Waters. Pass Waters sets up the offense. Gets a pick. Nothing doing. And he's going to go back over to Herka. Herka setting up an ISO dodge on Elliott. Switches left-handed. He finds Hayes on the crease, but there's nothing there as he was enveloped by Lake Forest defenders. And he's going to turn it back and find Gaglione up top. Gaglione sticking his right hand. Little swivel step. Tried to feed the crease, but turns it right over to Elliott. And Elliott's going to leg this one. Nobody stopping the ball. He gets his touch and then tries to find Cade Collins. Collins couldn't hang on to it, but it is picked up by Dylan Allen, and Allen is going to find Cale Moyer, the freshman.
15 seconds left here in the first quarter.
With 15 seconds left, that was number 14, Brandon Tice, making a run and a shot at the net, but it goes wide with 8.6 left on the clock. And Spartans are going to bring it in, and they're going to find number 11, Dylan Allen, on the restart now, and takes it right to the cage and puts it past Frost for a goal.
It looks like a blown assignment there on the Milford defense, and Hayes just streaked to the goal, and no one stopped him. And Milford or Lake gets the goal with 4.5 seconds left.
Yeah,
here in the first quarter.
It almost looked like they didn't realize how much time was on the clock. They kind of were standing there, sticks in their hands, but good awareness by that Spartan offensive unit. Kind of reminds you like Aaron Rodgers and all the tricky stuff that he does in the NFL with those hard snap counts.
And that's Lake's first lead of the game, and it comes with 4.5 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Yes, this is true. I did not mention that as the faceoff gets underway. Spartans, again, continuing the faceoff dominance, as that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And we're going to end off here at 5-6. We're going to step away between quarters here for a word from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. And we are back here at the DE Turf Sports Complex in Frederica, Delaware. You are watching Lake Forest Spartans versus Milford High Buccaneers. I'm Nick Hall, my partner tonight, Jason Winchell. Jay, we're seeing a pretty good game with the start of the second quarter. Lake Forest is up for the first time in this game, 6-5.
Yeah, Lake gets that goal with 4 seconds left in the quarter to take their first lead.
And it looks like there's a flag down on the field. I don't.
Could it be a stick infraction?
It could be a stick infraction, yeah.
Because I believe at the end of each quarter they check a stick of a player.
Yep, I actually think I see the stick sitting on the scorer table up there, to be honest with you.
So
Yep, and that's a locked-in penalty too. So even if Milford scores here,
the penalty stays.
The penalty stays.
It's non-releasable.
It's a non-releasable penalty. I don't know how long the penalty is for.
And that has something to do with the length of the.
It could be any number of things. The length of the shaft, how
Yep.
wide it is from
pocket.
one side of the head to the other, how long the head is, how deep the pocket is. I mean, there it could be any different number of things.
And like I said, I believe they check a stick at the end of each quarter.
I believe that's supposed to be how it is, yes. Milford's going to start it. Gaglione is going to find Herka. Herka, far side alley to Hayes. Hayes brings it around. Hayjack to Gaglione, back to Hayjack. Hayjack thought about a shot, nothing doing. Hayjack's got it again, near side alley, up top to Gaglione. Milford really working the ball around now.
Yeah, taking advantage of the man-up situation.
And that's Connor Christie at X, but looks like Gaglione took a hard shot, which was gobbled up, but Milford finds it again. Hayjack rips one and fires right past Seacrest's right ear, excuse me. What a laser to that top corner.
Yeah. He knew where he was shooting at. He was going to go top corner. And I think he kind of used the screen of the defenseman there and blast that one home. And Milford takes advantage.
One of a couple things is going to happen there. Either he was scoring or he was hitting that defender. I mean, that's the small window that he had for a shot. But that was a very impressive first man-up opportunity for Milford. I mean, they really worked that ball around smoothly.
Like you said, it's non-releasable, so Milford's still on the man-up.
Yep, Milford's still on the man-up, even though they did score. Milford's going to come up with it. That's going to be Alex Herka. Herka's going to find Hayjack. Hayjack, nothing there. Up top to Gaglione. Gaglione's going to make a run. Time and room, fires just high.
Yeah, that was, again, Milford's getting a lot of, shots are all rifle.
Very hard shots. And I'll tell you what, Jay, Gaglione kind of reminds me of Mitch Moyer.
Yes.
A little bit. A big guy with a hard shot. And Gaglione found Hayjack, but Hayjack just twangs it off the crossbar, and I think Seacrest got a little piece of that as well. That was a solid shot. He just scored from that same area moments ago. As Christie's going to come around the cage, he's going to find Hayjack near side alley. Up top to I keep wanting to say Herrick, but that's not the way you pronounce his name. It's Herka. And Hayjack back with it. Hayjack, he shoots, he scores! Again, assisted by Christie from the X position.
Yeah, and Milford has set up this man-up situation. They're moving the ball to the outside, and they're finding the open man, taking advantage. Their second man-up goal.
And that was actually Hayjack's, I think maybe fourth goal of the night. The sophomore Landon Hayjack. 4 goals, 2 assists already this evening.
Yeah, and like you said, that's all set up. And a key off the Milford face-off home, because we were talking at the end of the first quarter, we had it 8-4 in favor of Lake Forest in the face-offs, and here Milford got the first one in the second quarter.
Again, still to note,
still on a man-up situation.
Yep, Lake Forest still a man down as Milford corrals that face-off.
Tells you how important that stick infraction is.
Stick infraction is a big deal as Christie finds Hayjack. Hayjack up top to Herka. Herka back to Hayjack to Christie. Christie looking, surveys the field, finds Gaglione up top, and Gaglione shoots and scores.
Wow, this Milford man-up situation is incredible. As they take advantage of that extra man and bury another goal. That's 3 goals taking advantage of the stick infraction, and Lake's still in the box. I believe it's down to 10:21, so if it's a 2-minute penalty, he's still got 21 seconds in there. If it's 2 minutes,
it could be longer than that.
That's what I'm saying.
Being this far from the scorer's table, it's
we can't see the
hand motions
for
and
the time, but like you said, that's a big penalty because normally they're 30-second to a minute penalties and they're normally releasable.
2-minute non-releasables are things as well. But Lake Forest is going to corral this, and that's going to be the Spartans taking it up. And that was a shot by Caden Fullerton that just went wide of the net. But the Spartans are going to retain possession here. You think they'd want to hold on to it, maybe kill off some of this time.
I was just about to say, it's all about possession when you're a man down.
And they do, and Milford does cause a turnover as the Bucks scoop it up, and that's going to be number 4. Augustin was carrying the ball, but he lost it. And Fullerton did come up with that ground ball, put a shot on net, but was absolutely drilled by Gaglione.
Yeah, good job by Lake forcing the turnover to get a shot off. But like you said, good job by Milford getting back and making that tougher to.
And Cade Collins beat a couple defenders, sticking his right hand. He's going to force the issue to our near side closest to us, being worked on here by Bavensky Augustine, the deep hole from Milford, as Augustine runs with Collins. And now they double team Collins. Augustine did force a turnover, and it looks like before that happened that Lake Forest did call a timeout. We might as well just hang out with the folks here through this timeout here, Jay. It's probably going to be a short one.
Yeah, and Lake's still a man down, I think, for another 18 seconds because I saw the player getting his stick ready over there. So that's a 3-minute penalty, and in the meantime, Milford's already scored 3 goals on it.
In a non-releasable situation. Right. Now you go from being 2 goals down to 3 goals down early in the 2 goals down. My math isn't very good.
Yeah, they went from 1 goal up.
1 goal up to now 2 goals down. That's what I'm. Thank you, Jay, for keeping me straight. You knew what I was trying to say there.
I knew exactly what you were trying to say because they had the 7-6 lead to start the quarter, but Milford's taking advantage of that penalty, and that's one thing as a coach you want to try and avoid those stick infraction penalties because they make you pay for them.
And that's a penalty that's 100% on the player.
Yes.
As a player, Jason, like your stick is like your child. I mean, I remember one year we played an absolute mud bowl game at Newark. I actually showered with my lacrosse stick that night to clean all the mud out of it.
Right. And like you said, it's your personal thing. So the coach is trusting you to make sure you keep it legal.
Correct. And we're going to get the Spartans on the restart here as that looks like it's Cade Collins, stick in one hand, being worked on by the midfielder Gaglione. And Collins is going to step back, survey the field, and wait till this penalty is killed off. And they are at even strength as the freshman Cale Moyer comes streaking in from the box. Collins, good shifty little move, looks to feed the crease, but I think that might have went off a player or...
It's either hit the goalie's leg or the post.
They're counting it as a shot, so it must have went off the net or the goal post. Excuse me.
Yes.
Joshua Kennedy slips his defender but loses the ball, and it's scooped up by Milford. That's number 6, Arthurs. Arthurs turns back, was looking for Gaglione in the middle there. Gaglione bobbles the ball. And Gaglione does end up coming up with it. As Milford forces the issue here, far side alley, Gaglione sticking his right hand. Being worked on by the freshman, Cale Moyer. Size difference in that matchup there, Moyer and Gaglione. Gaglione carrying the ball all the way around to X. Looking for somebody to pass to. He found that person. I don't see the number yet, number 7, Connor Christie, netting a goal, his second goal of the night on that feed from Gaglione from X.
Yeah, and like you said, a good feed. Goalie had no chance on that one, and that's 4 straight goals for Milford here to open up the second quarter. So a good start here in the second quarter, 4 goals within 4 minutes.
But you got to give a lot of credit to Lake. I mean, they're sticking around, in a game where they very could have easily, in that time span of that man down situation, could have been buried at this point. They've fought off this Milford offensive unit several times now.
Yes.
as we get set for the face-off. And the Spartans are going to win another one. Great face-off win between his legs. That was number 9, Christopher Thompson, who flipped it right to Elliott. Elliott takes it himself, surrounded by 3 Milford defenders, lost the ball but picks up his own ground ball as Arthurs comes out to work on Elliott. Elliott with speed down the near side alley. He's going to find number 11 at the back, Dylan Allen. Allen around the cage, sticking his right hand. He turns, he dishes, was looking for Cade Collins, but that pass bounces at his feet, although Collins is able to corral it almost at midfield.
Yeah, I think this is an important possession here for Lake to try and get some momentum back.
Good check there by Augustine working on Collins. Collins still sticking his right hand, waiting for somebody to come free. He's got nobody. Backhanded pass. He was looking for Allen.
And that was a pass, so that will be a turnover when it went out of bounds.
Correct. That was a behind-the-back pass.
Yes.
Quite a few behind-the-back moves we've seen tonight.
Yeah, especially on this Lake side.
Some good stick handlers on that team. As Milford corrals the ball. That's Bryce Wells with it. Wells coming with speed this near side. Sticking his right hand. He finds Herka in the middle. Herka's going to leg this one himself, stick in his right hand. Elliott finally stops the ball as Herka takes it to the near far side alley, but he finds Hajek on a cutting route, but nothing doing. Hajek far side with some speed coming to X. Trying to feed Hayes in the middle. Hayes lost it, picked it up, shot.
Are they going to get him for?
And it did go off of Hayes. He didn't have possession of it, and I don't think they counted that goal.
Yeah.
Even though the ball did roll in, as the Spartans are going to clear. Elliott, surrounded by 4 Milford defenders, beats them all.
Elliott's got a lot of speed.
Very, very athletic young man is number 10. Elliott and Allen work some pick game behind the crease at X. Elliott sticking his right hand, looks up top, feeds to Collins. Collins on the look to find, I think that might have been Moyer. No, it wasn't, not Moyer. That was Joshua Kennedy on the cut straight across. Milford corrals this one. Looking for a good clear out of number 11 here, Jordan Passwaters. He was looking for Hayes, but Hayes wasn't able to come up with that. And the Spartans end up coming away with that ball. It was Brandon Tice, but Brandon lost the ball. Milford takes it back the other way. Herka picks it up in the middle. Herka all alone by himself, beats one defender. Behind the back pass, he was looking for number 19, Landon Hajek. Ball rolling out to midfield. Spartans trying to corral it to get a clear. They finally do. Cale Moyer, the freshman. Hard check from Augustine there. Flag is going to be down. Another flag down. Potential 2-man advantage coming up for Lake Forest as Collins picks it up, gets his touch. Collins working on Herka. Herka sticks with him. Collins fake pass. Nobody there. Nobody bit. Behind the cage at X. Collins sticking his one hand. Swim dodge. Comebacks to his right. Shot and right off the post. And Lake's just going to let that go out, and we'll see what this penalty is.
Yeah, they don't blow until that whistle. Until a dead ball. That's when they'll go over and call the penalties.
And we're going to try to see. I definitely saw what I think was a cross check, but again, the scorer's table's across the other side of the field, so I have no idea what they actually called. I don't know if you saw that, the shaft of the stick up on the one young man's head.
So I just see one sitting over there.
I wonder if both officials saw the same penalty.
But let's see, is there? I can't see if there is. It looks like the 5 defenders.
5 defenders for Milford.
So it's just the one.
And we're going to get our first look at the Spartan man-up unit here, as Collins faked a pass and then ripped a shot high and wide. Kennedy bringing the ball in now, sticking his left hand. Near side alley, moves it up top to 12. Caden Fullerton. Fullerton back to Kennedy, to Allen. Allen at X. Looks to feed, fed Collins. Collins with a shot. Again, goes wide. That shot started down by his ankles. Did you see that?
I was so say here. I've seen a lot of the
and it went like this. It went straight up. Kennedy to Allen. Allen again looking to feed. Allen makes a dodge, backdoor cut, tries to shoot, but gets buried by 2 Milford defenders.
It's great defense there by Milford.
And Collins fighting off a Milford long pole. That looks like it's number 15, Zaire Toledo, working on him as Collins brings it all the way around this near side.
Man-up situation is over.
They are at full strength now as Milford. Collins fighting off more checks. Finds Allen. Allen bringing the ball out and up top. Allen sticking his right hand, makes a dodge, gets free, fires, and scores.
And Lake gets on the board here late in the second quarter, the first goal of the quarter. And that's a big one as it cuts at the 9-7.
9-7 here with 3 minutes left in this first half of play. And Dylan Allen just netted his 4th goal of the night.
Yeah, and what a great move. You know, Lake did not score in the man-up situation, but they never relinquished the ball. So it's almost like a man-up goal in my eyes because they never relinquished possession.
Exactly.
And they took advantage of it.
And they were still set up. Great work there by the Spartan offensive unit. Staying within reach of this game. And the way they've been winning faceoffs, Jay, it's very possible that, you know, you could see quite the comeback out of them.
Yes.
And the Spartans are going to come up with that again. That was number 12, Caden Fullerton, puts the ball between his legs to his own man. But looks like it went out of bounds as Milford gains possession of the ball, and Gaglione with it up top. And he's going to find Jordan Passwaters. Passwaters sticking his right hand, slowly jogging to this near side with some time. No defender on him. Picks up speed, cuts to the middle, but loses the ball. And then it's picked up by Elliott. Elliott, great athlete with some speed, taking it to the hole, shoots, and what a save. As Elliott was dumped as he shot, Gaglione comes all the way back, picks the ball up, and finds Passwaters. Passwaters all the way down to Connor Christie, who's going to settle everything down for the Bucks and take it back to X.
But Elliott, like you said, his speed got him into transition, and he was able to get a good shot on goal before he got buried.
Hayjack with it. Hayjack sticking his right hand with some speed from up top. Dodges, spins back, tries to find Gaglione in the middle. Nothing there. Picked up by the Spartans, but then lost. There's scrum for it, picked up by Milford. That's Alex Herka, number 3 in black. Milford corrals the ball and finds Jordan Passwaters up top. Passwaters to Hayjack. Hayjack again with some speed, dodging. Far side alley, taking his man all the way around to X. Backdoor cut, came and got a small angle with a shot, nothing doing as the ball goes out of bounds. And they're going to say that this is Spartan ball.
Yeah, there was a race to the end line there, and Lake Forest won it.
Number 21 in white, that's Aiden Dunn. Bringing it up, he's going to find Cale Moyer right in the center. Everything, and Moyer, the freshman, with a swim dodge with some speed.
Hey, he's got 3 guys.
He's got 3 guys on him. The freshman finally drops the ball after he's just absolutely buried and stick checked.
He had 3 defenders around.
3 defenders. 56 seconds left in the first half of play. 9-7 Milford is the score. And Herka is going to just leg this one himself through between 2 Spartan defenders.
I think we're going to get an offside.
We're going to get an offsides penalty. Herka fed to Connor Christie, who nets his third goal of the night.
Yeah, it was nicely done. But it was all set up by a key ground ball, and I believe they're going to wave the flag off, right, because they scored?
Because they scored, the flag is waved off.
Yep.
Relatively quiet night for Alex Herka tonight. No goals yet in this game, and the 1 assist.
Yeah, and then sometimes when you got that guy, Lake's going to put their, focus their defense on him, so you need the other guys to step up, and Milford's got that tonight.
It seems like everything that Lake Forest has wanted to do, Milford has had an answer for it.
Yes. As this outscored Lake in this quarter 5-1.
And another Spartan faceoff win as that, again, number 12, Caden Fullerton, between his legs to his own player as Kennedy. I'm sorry, that's not Kennedy. Yes, it is. That's Joshua Kennedy.
We're down to 20 seconds
That's Christopher Thompson that had the ball. Sorry, Jay, I didn't mean to cut you off. You had 15 seconds left on the clock as Fullerton with the ball, sticking his right hand, swim dodge, and a spin. Doesn't fool his defender, but he does get a shot off, and it was a great save by Frost. Spartans still retain possession of it.
2 seconds.
1 second, and that will be the quarter. We'll go into halftime, 10-7 Milford. Don't go anywhere during halftime. There's a lot of lacrosse left to play. Stick with us. We'll be back after these messages.
The Director of Events at Baywood Greens. Planning a wedding is an exciting and wonderful time. Let us help you make it great. Our experienced team of hospitality professionals coordinate and execute every detail to provide a stress-free experience so you can focus on the moment. From food to flowers, we prepare everything on site, tailored to your vision. Let Baywood Greens transform your next event to a memorable experience.
Congratulations, Dover Federal, on 60 years in business in Delaware. You've been by our side since our doors opened.
Thank you so much for giving me a call on so many years ago when I had no credit.
You helped our business grow into what it is today.
As a military family, thank you for supporting the financial needs of servicemen and their loved ones.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Congratulations, Dover
Your
Federal.
home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
Through the football season this year on 302 Sport. Today I'm here with Caroline Judge. She actually works in the marketing department with me. She is our social media specialist, and she's a superstar. I love working with her. Caroline, first, can you just tell us a little bit about your job at Sodell?
Yeah, so like Amelia said, I'm in the marketing team with Amelia. I handle a lot of our online presence, so all of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, anything social media related. people learn about events, and then Amelia and I kind of work on a bunch of other things
together.
Yeah.
So Caroline, tell us a little bit about, Caroline is a high school and college athlete. Can you tell us where you went to school?
Yeah, so I went to high school here at Cape, locally. I played field hockey and lacrosse at Cape, and then I went on to Northeastern in Boston and played 4 years of field hockey there.
Yeah, and I always like to say, I'm sure Caroline doesn't like me to say, but she was two-time MVP of her field hockey team in college, which I think is super awesome. Northeastern is also an interesting school because it's a co-op school, so if you could just tell everyone a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that was definitely one of the reasons why I went to Northeastern. It has a co-op program, a really, really great co-op program, so they have relationships with tons of businesses in Boston and all over the country and all over the world, really. So for 2 years, you could pick to do 2 or 3. For a whole semester, you are not taking any classes, you are just working like a full-time job. Most of them are paid, and you do 2 6-month internships or co-ops in your field, something that you think you're interested in.
Yeah, so Caroline, of course, had to do that after she was done with her 4 years of field hockey. You have 4 years of eligibility in a single sport in college. So then she worked for the TJX companies before she came to us, and TJX has TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Home Goods, so she had a ton of great experience, and we just felt lucky that we got her on our team. She's a great team player. And anything you could talk about, like how sports has made you better in life at this stage?
Yeah, so I think you kind of mentioned a team player. You get to work so closely with a team of 27 people for up to 7 hours a day, and you play games with them, you go through really high highs with them, you go through really low lows with them. I think I personally learned a lot in high school. When you're one of the better players on the high school team, you have to be a leader, you're always looked at to be a leader, and I think once you play at the next level, where really everybody's a leader, you really learn how to work in team dynamics, like when you need to step up and maybe be more verbal or be more physical on the field to be a leader, or when you need to take a back seat and let a coach or another player or another captain kind of take the wheel.
Yeah, that's a really interesting point. All right, great. So Amelia Dolan, Sodell Concepts, we're Sodell in sport, and we encourage all the kids out there to keep playing. Thank you. Thanks, Caroline.
And welcome back here to this edition of 302 Sports, coming to you live from the DE Turf Sports Complex in Frederica, Delaware. You're watching the Lake Forest Spartans take on the Milford Buccaneers in this Cape Henlopen South head-to-head matchup. At the start of the third quarter, we have Milford up 10-7 and a very, very exciting first half of play, Jay.
Yeah, it was, like you said, a very exciting first half, and we got a great score.
As we get set for the opening face-off of this third quarter, and the Spartans continuing their dominance of the face-off X. That was Caden Fullerton winning that. Fullerton found a teammate far side. That was Brandon Tice, who ripped a shot very wide of the net.
Lake Forest has won 75% of these face-offs tonight.
At least 75% of the face-offs tonight. And Lake is going to retain possession of the ball, as this is Cade Collins with it. Collins found Allen. Allen shoots and scores. Starting Lake off fast and hard. Allen nets his 5th goal of the game.
Allen is having a big-time game here today, and again, all set up with the face-off win by Fulton. Sets up the Lake Forest offense, and they deposit it here. 27 seconds in. They didn't waste any time.
No time at all. Fastest game on 2 feet. With that 5th goal now, Jay, Dylan Allen has 12 goals on the season now.
Wow, that's a good number.
For 3 games, 12 goals? That's pretty good.
That's like you said, an average of about
3 to 4 a game.
Yeah, take that every day of the week.
Scrum for the face-off here as the Spartans are going to come away with it again. And Christopher Thompson legs it up, and he's going to go far side alley, turn back, and he found Fullerton. Fullerton sticking his right hand with some speed coming from up top. Gets the stick taken out of his hands and then dumped, picked up by Milford, but they're going to call a loose ball push on Milford, and it's going to stay with the Spartans.
Yeah, key call there, like you said, loose ball push.
And that's Brandon Tice, who just had the ball taken from him by Arthurs. Great poke check by Arthurs, taking that ball away as Frost corrals the ball, but loses it in his feet. Milford does retain possession as Zaire Toledo picks it up, and he's going to find Wells. Wells is going to find Arthurs, and that's going to be a failure to advance penalty. You have 30 seconds, Jay, to get the ball from your defending end to a touch over here on your offensive end. It's a 10 and 20 second count as the Spartans hold on to that ball. And they were looking for Allen at X, but he couldn't handle that pass, and it's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, and the key there was it was a pass and not a shot, so once it goes out of bounds, Milford takes the ball. But like you said, you get 10 and then 20, right?
I think it's 20 and then 10.
So they didn't even get across half before it expired.
And Milford is going to get there clear. Frost is going to find number 17, Ryan Johnson, in the center. Johnson, the long pole, is going to take it himself. Split dodges, 2 defenders, and they're going to get him for a Ward. And that's going to be a turnover. The Spartans will pick it up.
The Ward's been a popular call tonight. That's the third
Ward of the night.
Yep. But again,
and it looks like the Spartans step out of bounds here. That was Christopher Kennedy with it, the long pole. And now Milford is going to pick up the ball, and that's Jordan Passwaters. Passwaters coming near side with a little bit of speed. Stick in one hand. Goes back to 2. Finds Gaglione. Gaglione sticking his right hand, creating some space for himself. Taking a run here, getting his feet moving. Little dodge. Goes back to his left. He shoots, and that's eaten up by Seacrest.
Good job by Seacrest getting the
Seacrest turns the ball over here.
Yeah.
But then does recover it. The count does not start over either, Jay. Spartans drop it again. They finally do get it over midfield. and that's going to be Allen with it. Allen takes a little bit of a hit, swim dodges, but he does get his touch, and he's running with his man. He's going to take the ball behind the cage to X, little split dodge, and he's going to come up top to Collins. Cade Collins slips his defender, finds some time and room. He shoots just wide.
Good backup there by Lake as they'll maintain possession.
Yeah, they had two guys at X that time. Very important is that X
Yep.
position in this game. And Allen bringing it out. I don't really know what happened. Maybe he stepped in the crease there. Again, it's hard for me to see that far side of the field, so I can't really tell what's going on. As Gaglione brings it up, stick in his one hand, takes a pretty hard stick check. There's going to be a flag down. It looks like the Spartans are offsides. Gaglione fights through the entire defense and then tries a shot that goes wide. And it's going to stay with Milford as they won the race to the ball. And we are going to have a penalty here. The flag back here at midfield.
Which would lead me to believe, like you said, that it was probably offsides.
Yeah, it looks like that Spartan defender just walked across the midfield line. As we're going to see another series from this Buccaneer man-up unit.
They're 3 for 4 tonight.
Gaglione with it, finds Hayjack. Hayjack found a streaking, I want to say, that looked like Connor Christie streaking in from behind the cage. Christie did catch that pass and shot the ball just wide. As Hayes is going to corral it and bring it in. Excuse me, that is not Hayes, that's Matthew Haig. Haig is going to find Gaglione. Gaglione to Herka. Herka fed Hayes on the crease but couldn't come up with it as the Spartans swarmed to the ball. And then Herka corrals a pass back to Gaglione. Gaglione all the way across the field. And that was again to Matthew Haig, who tried a shot, and that was saved by Sechrist. Spartans picked the ball up. Christopher Kennedy, the long pole, trying to leg this one out. Found a little room, found a teammate. Not just a teammate, but possibly his brother, Joshua Kennedy, on the other side of the field. I'd have a hard time believing that two guys very similar in stature aren't related in some way.
Right.
And Milford is going to keep the ball here. Gaglione with an absolute laser that goes high and wide.
Looks like the man-up situation's over.
And I'm trying to see who that is. That looks like Christie back there. Got the ball to Gaglione up top. Gaglione to Herka. Herka time with some space. Stick in his right hand. Makes a dodge with some room. Looking to pass. Nothing there. He does find Christie at the back of the net. Christie tried to feed the crease, but Sechrist snubbed that out as Kennedy picks the ball, or grabs the feed from Sechrist, as the Spartans try to clear the ball. Kennedy finds Allen right in the middle. Allen legs this himself. They touch it up, and Allen, continuing to streak to the goal, finally picked up. He does shoot, and I think Frost might have gotten a piece of that. But they're going to award Milford the ball. Great effort there by Augustin.
Yeah, he won the race to the end line.
D-poles have an advantage. Sticking the stick out. The arm is a piece of your body.
Yeah. And it's like you said, it's a long pole.
6 feet. And Milford's going to work this clear. That looks like number 22, Jonathan Gaglione, bringing it up as he just trucks through two Spartan attackmen, and Gaglione finds Hayjack on the side. Hayjack finds Herka. Herka turns and shoots. Excuse me, that's Connor Christie. Christie's shot deflected, then picked up by Carol Moyer, the freshman. Moyer finds Kennedy. Kennedy far side alley, picked up by two Milford defenders and does lose the ball. Maybe stepped out of bounds. Either way, it's going to be Milford ball.
Again, a good job by Milford on the ride. Forcing him, like you said, close out of bounds.
And that's Herka with it now. Herka, the far side alley, stick in his right hand, finds Hayjack. They switch spots. Hayjack with some speed, cutting across the field. spins, sticking his left hand. And we're going to get an offside on Milford. And that's just going to be a turnover because they had possession of the ball as the Spartans go to clear it. And that's Elliott legging it himself. Elliott with a lot of speed, bearing down quickly on these deep holes. He tried to make a pass to the middle, but it didn't get there. Now there's a scrum for it. Cade Collins picks it up. Collins slips 2 defenders with a pass. Fake, shoots, scores! Brandon Tice nets his second goal of the game.
And then a flag came down at the end of the play as it looked like he got cross-checked as he was scoring there. Let's see what the call is.
Great work there.
Yes.
Between those two players of Cade Collins and Brandon Tice.
The goal is good. And I believe Lake might be going on a man up here. Because I believe that was a post-possession foul.
You are correct. And it's going to be a free clear. There's not going to be a face-off. The goal is going to stand. Milford will be down a man with 5:40 left in the third quarter. Excuse me. Your score is 10-9 Buccaneers as the Spartans will see another series from their man-up unit here.
And Lake has both goals so far in the third quarter.
Elliott with it. Elliott back to the center. He's going to find Fullerton. Fullerton across the field for Tice. Tice to Kennedy. Kennedy to Allen. Allen works it to Collins. Collins is going to tee one up, and that's going to be fought off by, it looks like we had a goalie change from Milford as Gage Copes is in there now, number 1, and he fought that shot off. And Herka runs on, immediately catches the pass in the open space, but Collins catches up to him. Herka sticking his right hand is going to take the ball to X to kill off this penalty. Herka all the way around. Fake pass, nobody bit. Still being worked on, still running around. He's gotten his touch, Jay, so there's no need, no need to hurry, work his space.
Like you said, kill off the remaining penalty time, what you did.
Took 2 hard checks, picked up his own ground ball, feeds the crease. I can't see who that was, but Herka does have it back now after that crease feed. That was number 26 who caught it on the crease, Charles Hayes. Hayjack with it. Hayjack with some speed, sticking his right hand. Tries the backdoor cutting Christie. Nobody there, and there will be another flag down.
Milford get the man-up situation.
Again, I didn't see the penalty on the far side of the field.
Slash to the head.
Slash to the head. Standard penalty, not locked in here. I'm not sure how much time that one was for. But if Milford scores here, obviously the penalty will be released.
Milford's 3 for 5 on the man-up situation.
Gaglione takes that pass from Hayjack. Gaglione to Herka. Herka over to, that was 28, Matthew Haig. Back up to Gaglione, to Hayjack, to Christie. Christie turns, shoots, and scores.
That's how you take advantage of that man-up situation. Great ball of teamwork, great passing, and they finally get their first goal here in the second half and give them 11-9 lead.
11-9, 4 minutes and 3 seconds left on this third quarter of play down here at DE Turf.
Another good Delaware Army National Guard game of the week.
Another great one. You guys had a good girls game here. What was it, Thursday last week? Friday night?
Yep. Smyrna and Appoquinimink, a 1-goal game, and this one has the makings of being close.
And another Spartan face-off win. Fullerton forces the issue. He does find Collins. Cade Collins with some time and room, cutting across the middle, shoots high and wide. Again, we did have a goalie change for Milford as Gage Copes is in between the pipes now for the Buccaneers. Dylan Allen on the restart, bringing it in, sticking his right hand. Finds Collins. Collins slips 2 defenders, gets time, room, shoots high.
And you see Collins going high with that shot. Again, trying to change the angle of it.
Again on the reset is Allen. Allen gets a step. Nothing there. He finds Collins. Collins tees another one up from the same spot and pushes that one just left. That had a little curve on it.
Yeah, bend it like Beckham. He was trying to go top corner.
And that looks like Fullerton bringing it in. Fullerton fighting off 3 Milford defenders and does get taken down after a ward.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that was Brandon Tice.
Like you said, he had 3 defenders on him, and he's trying to create space and gets called for the ward.
And it's going to be a turnover here as Bryce Wells will trot on, picks the ball up from Milford. Cutting right across the middle, gets a couple of small little picks, and then is going to leg this one straight across the line himself as he's going to find Connor Christie. Christie gets the touch, pulls it out, and goes up top to Gaglione. Gaglione to Hayjack. Hayjack all the way across to Passwaters. Passwaters sticking his right hand, pushing this near side, is going to find Hayes. Hayes to Hayjack. Hayjack with some space, gets some speed, shot, wide left. Christie bringing the ball in on the restart, puts sticking in one hand, spin move, nothing there. Find Herka. Herka to Gaglione. Gaglione about to take a run here, sticking his left, fires a laser wide right. They're really peppering Seacrest with shots here in this little series.
Yeah.
That was pretty much 4 shots right on Cage as the Bucks bring it back in. And I want to say that was Passwaters who just teed up a nice little bouncer that just popped right over top of Seacrest's head.
Yes.
And out of bounds.
Milford holding on to this 2-goal lead.
Gaglione setting up the offense from X, takes his man right, dodging, turns, fires high and wide. Solid backups for the Buccaneers. They have not lost this possession. They've been down here now for at least a full minute.
Yeah, like you said, when you're holding a 2-goal lead, you want to have possession as long as you can.
Passwaters try to fake pass, nobody bit, turns back, found a man on the crease but couldn't hang on, was Hayes. And Seacrest tries to hit the outlet pass, but it's bobbled by the pole. And then they find Fullerton right in the middle. And Fullerton throws the ball away. He was looking for Christopher Thompson. Nice little battle going on between Kennedy and Lethand on the far side alley. But it looks like Kennedy pushed the ball out of bounds. Milford will pick it up. Christie with it. He's going to try to leg this one himself as he's pushed out of bounds. And they're trying to sort out whose ball it is. I guess it's white ball. Spartans will get possession.
Yeah, I think that Milford was looking for a push, but they said no, and he was out of bounds. So
from here, it looked pretty clean, Jay. I mean,
yeah,
he had him
I did too.
Pretty squared up, hip to shoulder there. Allen will start it off. Allen will find Tice. Tice with it, one-handed, trying to run through two Milford defenders before he was taken down.
Flag
is down. That's going to be another penalty on Milford. Allen works it from X. Allen turns the corner, looking to pass, nothing there. And they're going to push it up top to Elliott. Elliott makes one move, puts the stick in his right hand, shoots, and gobbled up by Copes.
A good job again by Elliott, freeing himself up, able to get a good shot on goal, but big save. Like you said, it's a goalie change. Different goalie in there. For Milford.
You know, Jay, Elliott probably could have scored a goal there if he puts his stick in his left hand on that dodge.
Again, Lake's going to go to the third man up. They are 0 for 2, so still looking for that first man up goal.
2 goals down with 42 seconds left. I mean, that's, now would be a great time for them to find that first man up tally as they just work the ball around, do the Spartans. Collins in the middle. Collins fake pass to Elliott. Nobody bit. Collins cutting towards the cage. They tried to feed it to him in the crease, but it was tipped by a Milford defender and then picked up by Bryce Wells, who's going to leg it all the way length of the field, and he's going to find Hayjack in the far side alley. Hayjack found Gaglione. You know, Jay, the very under-talked about position in the game of lacrosse is the defensive midi. Bryce Wells, what a great job he's done for this Milford Buccaneers team as the horn sounds and the end of the third quarter. We'll step away for a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on 302 Sports.
60 years in business in Delaware. You've been by our side since our doors opened.
Thank you so much for giving me a call on so many years ago when I had no credit.
You helped our business grow into what it is today.
As a military family, thank you for supporting the financial needs of servicemen and their loved ones.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
And we are back here at the DE Turf Complex in Frederica, Delaware. With the start of the fourth quarter here, Lake Forest taking on Milford High School in boys lacrosse. Your score is 11-9 in favor of Milford. And Jay, this game just keeps getting more exciting as it goes along. I mean, we thought the first quarter was great, but that one might have been better than the first one.
Yeah, great second half, great third quarter there, and it's a 2-goal game here heading to the final 12 minutes.
2-goal game against the team you're going to see again, definitely in the regular season, and depending on how the season goes, potentially in the conference playoffs as well. A big win tonight for either team would really set the tone for a run that they would plan to make. As we wait for them to get set up, our producer here, Benny Mitchell, handed me a note during that last little series. Gage Copes, the goalie that came in replace of Frost, what a tremendous athlete this young man is. Three-sport athlete, football, lacrosse, and he was the state runner-up in the wrestling tournament this year.
Yeah, that's, like you said, three-sport athlete, and you could tell when he came in, he was very athletic and made a couple great saves there at the end of the third quarter.
As Milford's going to control this ball now, Herka has it in the middle as the Bucks set up their offense. Herka making some room for himself, gets some space, shoots, and it looks like, I don't think that ball made it to the goal. It went off somebody's foot, but Elliott picks it up and then loses it, and then it's picked up by Hayjack. Hayjack to pass Waters as he steps out of bounds. It's tough sometimes on these turf fields where they play multiple sports, Jay. You got to know which color line is your...
And it's the blue line for boys lacrosse.
On this field, yes.
And you see a red line, and you see another white line. So, like you said, you have to know your surroundings.
And Milford was able to get that ball back after Elliott turned it over. Gaglione spin move, sticking his left hand. Nothing there, just pulls the ball out. And they're going to take it to X and set up. Gaglione sticking his right hand, makes a run on his defender, looking to pass. Finally does, up top to Herka. Herka with some space, gets a move, shoots, and I want to say Seacrest got a piece of that one.
Yeah.
Christie to Herka. Herka tees one up wide right of the goal.
Both goalies have been good here in the second half.
Very good. And Milford's going to bring it in. I don't see what number that was, but they fed Gaglione on the crease. That was Passwaters with the feed. Gaglione got stuffed. Gets it back from Hayjack right now. Gaglione finds Christie. Christie takes a shot, and that was saved by Seacrest. And it's gobbled up by Hayes.
2 big saves here by Seacrest in this last possession.
Hayjack with it now. Hayjack with some speed going around. X tried to feed Christie on the crease, but wasn't able to corral that one. Passwaters picks up the ball, finds Gaglione far side, thought about a shot. Backhand way wide.
Yeah, just a little bit wide there. Like you said, it was a backhand shot, but luckily for Milford, they backed it up.
Passwaters bringing it in. Passwaters tried to juke. Didn't bite, but found Gaglione with a rocket of a shot between Seacrest's legs.
Yeah, that was nicely done. He caught that high pass, didn't panic at all, and rifled a shot to give Milford the 3-goal lead here.
Well,
12-9.
To hit that young man too high, I mean,
Yeah.
that's going to be tough. Mr. Gaglione is a big boy out there amongst some smaller individuals, but great concentration to watch the ball all the way into your stick and that crowd of defenders and then able to tee a shot up after that. But great work by Milford. 9:47 left. We got 12-9 as our score as we get set to take this next face-off, and it looks like that's going to be Caden Fullerton back out there at the X with the freshman Cale Moyer here right on our near side. And it looks like there's a scrum. Milford picks the ball up. That's Herka as the D-Mitty Bryce Wells runs off.
That's a big face-off win for Milford. They struggle there all night, but they get that one. And with a 3-goal lead, it's important now.
Gaglione running back on as Passwaters has the ball high up top with some speed coming in from midfield. Passwaters turns back, looks to pass, and he finds Hayjack. Hayjack going the far side, sticking his right hand, puts his head down and runs through 2 defenders. Turns back and finds Gaglione. Gaglione, little stutter step, gets some space, spin move, bull dodges 3 guys, still on his feet, left-handed shot and scores.
That's a great job by him. Like you said, they were trying to get him off his feet. He showed how strong he was and beats the goaltender Seacrest upstairs, and it's all of a sudden a 4-goal lead here for Milford.
Yep, 4-goal lead, 8:55 left in this fourth quarter. 13-9 is your score. And with that, Jonathan Gaglione nets his 4th of the night.
He's had a strong night.
Big scoring night from both teams. I mean, you're talking about several guys on both teams that are close to 5 goals.
You know,
yeah.
hat tricks and more. So, I mean, that's big.
And we got a new player on the field for Milford now. Number 12, Corey Messick, the sophomore, was on this near side wing as Fullerton wins that to Elliott. Elliott sticking his one hand, pushing the far side alley.
This is an important possession here for Lake down 4 goals. They would like to get a goal.
Elliott with some space. He probably could have kept cutting in another 5 to 10 yards before he took that shot, but he pushed that one just high and wide. Allen with it at X. Allen coming around the corner, found a man on the crease, but Kate Collins couldn't handle it. Picks it up his own ground ball, turns and fires a shot wide. And they've awarded possession to Milford, which there wasn't even a black jersey anywhere close to that.
So
Milford will work their clear game as number 17, Ryan Johnson, brings it up. Tries a pass, loses it. Fullerton almost had it. Now there's a scrum, and Christie picks up the ball in this near side alley, sticking his left hand. Turns back. Crossfield pass was knocked down. And now they're scrumming for it. Picked up by number 21, Aiden Dunn. Dunn crossfield, Foul number 9, Christopher Thompson, who lost it for a brief second. Picks it up, swim move, runs through pass waters, sticking his right hand, still going, turns back, does Thompson, looking for some help, doesn't find it. Allen finally comes over, spin move. Thompson finds Kennedy. Kennedy with the stutter step, beats his defender, takes a slash, sticking his left hand, cuts across the middle, shoots, and stopped by Copes with the save, but I want to say they called timeout.
Before the shot, probably, right?
Looks about that way. 7:39 left in the fourth quarter, 13-9 is your score, with the Buccaneers from Milford leading in this one. Very exciting game.
Yeah, very entertaining game, like you said, and both teams, like you said, a lot of goals in this one. 22 goals total. But we've also seen some good defense.
We've seen some good, Jay, this game has had a lot of what I like to see in a game. Not only is the storyline of the game great, being that these teams play each other, multiple times in the year and this and that, but we've seen some highlight reel type offensive plays. We've seen some great saves by the goaltenders. We've seen good clears and rides from both teams. I mean, this is exactly what you want to see when you come out to like a primetime game like this. I mean, great play between both teams. You love to see it, and these are the kind of games that are fun for the kids to play in.
Yeah, absolutely, and nothing better than under the lights.
No.
On a primetime game.
Under the lights, primetime game, being streamed by 302 Sports. I mean, I couldn't think of a better thing that I'd want.
And on Delaware Turf Field.
And on the turf at the sports complex, exactly. Allen on the restart, gets a step, makes a move to Cage, he shoots and scores, squeaks one between the post and Copes' right ear.
That looked like a great play, after the timeout. Gets that quick goal, and with 7:32 left, they find themselves down 13-10. But and the way they're winning faceoffs tonight, that's key.
3 goals is nothing in lacrosse either. You can score 3 goals very quickly, and that was Allen's 6th goal of the night.
Allen is having himself a night.
Obviously, one of the rising stars on this Spartan team. Allen only a junior, so he has another year to play here. As we get set for another face-off, Fullerton wins it to Thompson. Thompson picks it up, stick in his one hand, pushes the near side sideline, picked up by Arthurs. Arthurs the long pole. Thompson with a spin move, pulls it back out, loses the ball. Good check by Herka. And he finds Elliott, who couldn't handle it. Arthurs is right there. Picks up the GB, turns back, looking to pass.
That's a big ground ball by Milford there. But
big ground ball that turns into a turnover to Fullerton. Fullerton has Wells, tries a split dodge, nothing there. Wells wasn't fooled, and they get it to Allen at X. Allen taking Arthurs all the way the other side. Allen dishes to Collins. Collins with a dodge, tries to go back to Allen, tees it up, and fires one right past Copes.
That's a big-time shot.
And that was a big-time shot from Cade Collins on his first goal of the evening.
That's a big first goal.
Put an asterisk on that, because he might have had that first one that I have unaccounted for.
And let's see. It cuts at the 13-11 with 6:45 left.
2-goal game here.
Again, what a rifle that shot was.
Collins has a great shot. Very crafty player. He can use both hands. You've seen him dodge. You've seen him run. And now you've seen him stick shots from the outside. As Bryce Wells will step up against Fullerton here at the face-off X. Caden Fullerton, what more can you say about this young man at this face-off X?
What we say in lacrosse, if you're a good face-off man and face-off specialist, it really helps the team out.
Very much so, as that's going to be, I guess, some type of illegal procedure call, as Wells is going to pick it up and feed Gaglione immediately. Gaglione with some speed from the sideline turns back as Milford's changing personnel, and Passwaters will catch that ball from Gaglione. As they get set, Passwaters high up top, stick in his right hand, makes a move with some speed, picked up by a defender, turns back and finds Gaglione up top. Gaglione again making a run down that far sideline, tees one up and gobbled up by Seacrest. Great save by the young man. And he's going to hit his outlet pass to Christopher Kennedy. Kennedy looking in the middle, and he does find Cale Moyer. Moyer over far sideline to number 18, Riley Taylor, the long pole. Taylor's going to take this one himself. Looking, finds Kennedy in the middle, bobbles it, picks up his own ground ball. Kennedy's swim move, left hand, stick in his left hand, all the way across the field. He does find Collins as they finally settle up their offense. And Allen corrals it at X. 5:30 left, 2 goals down are the Spartans. Allen, spin move, finds Collins. Collins wanted to dodge there, but way to shut the gate by that Milford defense. Elliott, stick in his right hand, backs up. Clears Cale Moyer to his left side. Collins going to take a run here on the ISO dodge. Stick in his right hand with some speed. He shoots and scores!
What a move! And then buries the shot, and just like that, it's a 1-goal game with 5:05 left.
What a veteran move
Yeah.
by Zaire Elliott there, the junior, clearing Cale Moyer from his right side so he would have more space to work with on that ISO dodge to put the Spartans within 1 here with 5:05 left in the 4th quarter. What an incredible move. What an incredible play. Topped off with a good goal.
And that could be a top play, like you said. I mean, that was nicely done.
There have been several plays tonight outside of the fancy behind-the-back stuff that could be top play goals on the show this week, Jay. Fullerton wins another one as that's corralled by Thompson, who immediately loses it. Milford picks it up, and that's Bryce Wells. They're going to call a loose ball push on the Bucks, and the Spartans are going to pick it up. Talk about a momentum change here, Jay. Those last 2 goals and now this, very big in this game here.
Yeah, you know, it was 13-9 with about 9 minutes left in this game, and all of a sudden it's 13-12 with 5 minutes left. So
Fullerton making a run on Arthurs, who's got a stick right in his right in Fullerton's chest as Allen corrals it now. Allen going far side, looks to feed. He finds Collins. Collins tees one up and shoots and scores!
Wow! That was a laser.
Absolute laser from Cade Collins.
I don't care who's a goal. Nobody's stopping that.
No one was stopping that shot. An absolute rocket from about 30 yards out. He absolutely picked that top right corner. And we have a tie game here, Jay, with 4:38 left in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, wow. All I can say is wow. I mean, it was a 4-goal lead for Milford. Lake scores 4 straight. And with 4:38 left, Nick, buckle up.
Buckle it up. We were talking about how I almost don't want there to be any overtime because we've both been up early today. But at this rate, overtime might be pretty entertaining. As we set up for yet another face-off, it'll be Wells and Fullerton here at the X. I don't know why you would take Fullerton off of that, off of the X.
He's my favorite.
And he wins another one. And he takes it himself. He shoots, and he bounces it just over the crossbar.
I like the idea of a ground ball shot there. Like you said, just unfortunately it went over the net. But again, another big face-off win for him.
Very hard shot to stop is the bounce shot. I mean, and it depends on what field you're on. I mean, I know that when we used to play at Newark in some place that didn't have great fields, you wanted to put it on the ground because they had those clumps, those grass clumps.
Right, yeah.
That ball hits that, it's going left, right, who knows where it's going. Very tough for the goalie to stop. As Collins takes one, dodges, dodges and shoots one wide. However, there's going to be at least one penalty on Milford here.
Yeah, Lake Forest were 0 for 3 on the man-up situations. This would be a perfect time for them to convert the first one, their first man-up situation, and take a lead.
Definitely I saw this penalty this time. There was a slash to the
Yeah.
head. I actually heard it through my headset, which was how loud that was.
Yeah.
I'm sure Collins' bell is ringing a little there.
And you saw, I saw at least 2 flags,
Yep.
two officials saw it.
Obviously, Toledo not very happy with himself there as he ran off the field smacking his stick on the ground. But 0 for 3 is the Spartans' man-up unit. And you're absolutely right, Jay. Right now would be a perfect time to convert as Collins gets the feed with a little bit of room, steps back, tees one up, wide left.
That ball was shot so hard it's back on the field of play.
I think Collins might give Mitch Moyer a run for his money. Could you imagine having Demetrius Stevenson, Mitch, and Collins in like some type of shooting contest? That would be rocket central.
Yes. And I wouldn't want to be the goalie.
I absolutely would not want to be that goalie. I'll sit behind the cage with a speed gun.
Yep.
As Allen brings it in on the restart, he finds Kennedy. Kennedy up top to the no-look pass to Collins. Collins going to rip another absolute worm burner from his ankles, goes high and wide.
Thought it was to hit that car in the parking lot.
I almost parked over there. I'm glad I moved. That's the last thing I need, lacrosse ball through my windshield. Allen coming in from his X position. Finds Collins. Collins, fake pass, nobody bit. He's trying to get the ball up top. He finds Kennedy. Kennedy sticking his right hand is going to find Elliott. Elliott, who had the tying goal, going to go cross field. And that was to Brandon Tyson. Brandon just absolutely teed that one up, but that went wide of the net as well. 3:01 left, fourth quarter, 13-13 still your score here at the sports complex.
I think the man-up situation's over, so we're back to full strength.
Back to full strength now as Collins brought it in on the restart. Being worked over by 3 defenders. Gets some room, fires, again, just wide.
Yeah, he doesn't need much room.
And they award the ball to Milford as Copes was able to beat out Allen to the ball there.
And that's huge because that's a big, good job by him. He gets Milford the ball with 2:53 left.
Allen working on the ride here. Hayjack comes up with the ball.
Clock operator, let's start that clock.
Yeah, the clock's not running. Hayjack all the way in. Finally get the clock going. Hayjack around. Christie to Herka to Gaglione. Corey Messick with it. Messick at X with some speed all the way around. Up to Christie. Christie with a step on his defender. Tries to feed Herka. Herka does come up with it. He shoots. He scores.
That was a great shot. Used the defender as a screen kind of. Goes top corner over Seacrest and gives Milford the 14-13 lead with 2:21 left.
Herka with his first tally of the evening.
Yeah.
It's 9 on the season for him.
Yeah, like you said, he came in scoring 8. And they've done a good job of slowing him down tonight. But when Milford needed that goal, big-time players come through.
Exactly. But he's had help all night.
Absolutely.
He's had help all night. He hasn't had to do everything himself. And there wasn't a lot of mustard on that shot that he just hit.
Great placement.
Great placement. I mean, that's one of those shots that's either going in or it's going wide. Fullerton with another win as Thompson comes up with it. Thompson with some speed down the far or near side alley is going to find Allen. Allen with a backdoor cut. Tries to go cross field to Collins. Bounce past it. And Collins is going to reset.
Good job by Collins of settling it down with the minute 56 to go here.
14-13 is your score. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter, as Jason just pointed out. Collins making a move. Fake pass. Nobody bit again. Elliott with it now. Elliott tees one up and saved by Copes. Gave up a big rebound, which is corralled by the Spartans. And he was just absolutely crushed, was number 14, Brandon Tice.
It's port and clear from Milford with the goal lead.
Spartans are going to come up with it. That's Fullerton. A big-time ground ball. As I think Collins has the ball back as everybody trades places on the field. Collins goes to X with the ball. Allen far side alley, and they flip-flop as they set up a play with a minute left. It's Collins at X with it, trying to get around and make a move. Nobody open. He finds Allen on the backdoor cut, but he drops it. Picks up his own ground ball and finds Collins again, far side, 43 seconds left. Collins tees one up high and wide as he shoots yet another ball out into the parking lot.
Wow. And like I say, he doesn't need much space, and they're trying to find him open here to try and get the tying goal.
Tice gets the ball checked out of his stick,
Great
37 seconds left.
Milford.
Kennedy right in the middle, picks up a ground ball, tries to turn and shoot, nothing there, 31 seconds. Kennedy still with it, looking for Fullerton. Fullerton settles it down, 23 seconds. Elliott with it. Elliott making a dodge. Elliott dodges, shoots, saved by Copes.
What a big save by Copes.
With 15 seconds left to go.
Lake Forest needs to get some pressure on him.
Copes with an absolute short pass with 10 seconds left. They find Kennedy, and the ball goes out of bounds with 3.4 seconds left.
And that save by Copes is probably going to do it here. I believe we're going to have a timeout now with 3.4 seconds left. Milford up and has the ball.
Milford's up. They have the ball. We're going to step away for one quick second for one more word from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
And we are back live here from the DE Turf Sports Complex in Frederica, Delaware. Coming back in, 3.4 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 14-13 is your score. The Buccaneers lead the Spartans as Hayjack is going to get the restart and just try to kill the clock out here. And he does. And that will be the end of the game. Your final score, Milford 14, Lake Forest 13. And Jay, what a heck of a game that we saw here
I'll tell you what, that was a great game, and both these teams just gave everything they could, and it was a great game. And then the big save by Copa at the end holds the difference there, and Milford walks out with a 14-13 Henlopen South Conference win tonight.
Yeah, and they like I said during the broadcast, they have to face this team again, and one can only imagine that you're going to get this type of effort from Lake Forest again. You're going to get their best. But what a fun game for us to do tonight.
Yep.
We had a great time. We love coming down here to DE Turf Complex. They take great care of us here. We're back here again next Friday, I want to say at 6 o'clock for Sussex Tech
and St.
George's Tech. Boys lacrosse next Friday, DE Turf Complex, being live streamed on 302 Sports. And I guess that'll wrap it up for the night. For everyone here, I'm Nick Hall, Jason Winchell, our producer Benny Mitchell, and Mike Lang up on camera. Everyone have a good night and tune in next week.